Hey guys, my name is Megan and today I've got a bunch of books about plants and growing things for you. Alright, so today we're talking all about books that have plants and growing things in them as part of like the story, and yeah. You know, because it's spring and I feel like, you know, flowers and plants and growing things are very much a spring thing. So let's go ahead and just dive into today's video. Okay, so the first book I would like to recommend with plants and growing things in them is Natural 20. This is the first book in the Roll for Love series. One of the main characters is a florist and has won awards and all sorts of accolades for the floral arrangements that he's done. And the other character is a bookshop or a book and game shop owner. And it's a romance and it's just really sweet. And I love that the flower arrangements and floral things in general are a big kind of thing that brings this couple together. Like the florist will drop off really cute, pretty flower arrangements for the bookshop owner, and it's just really, really sweet romance, and I could not recommend this enough. The next book I'd like to recommend is Free Hint. This one also follows a florist, but it also follows a tattoo artist as the other main love interest. So this one does have a bunch of trigger warnings for it before you dive in, mainly for PTSD and like abuse. So this follows a tattoo artist named Derek who has PTSD and a whole host of other things, and I don't want to spoil it, but there are a bunch of trigger warnings. And it follows the other main character whose name is Basil, who is deaf and he is a florist, and it's about how they connect one night during a thunderstorm when they accidentally get locked in at the bank after the power goes out, and they have to figure out a way to communicate. And I love that Basil brings Derek flowers occasionally at work, and it's just a really sweet romance. This is a really, really great series anyway, which is one that I would highly recommend you check out if you're looking for like some really great romances, but also have disability rep and mental health rep and mental illness rep in them. They're all fantastic. Okay, so next up is Sweet Berries. This is book 2 in the Camber Creek series. So this follows Grace, who is a social media coordinator and like office coordinator for a farm in Camber Creek, which is one of my favorite universes. It is a monster romance, and it does follow Merrick, who is a scientist, but he also happens to be a Mothman. And this one is definitely not for those under 18, please, because this, like I said, this one is a monster romance. But it's really sweet, and I love the little farm that we have that Grace works on. It's just so sweet and cute, and I love that Grace and Merrick kind of bond over the fruit that the farm grows, and it's just such a sweet, sweet story, and it's one that I would highly recommend if you're looking for a monster romance. And then the last book that I have to recommend for you guys is Under the Whispering Door. So this mainly follows Wallace, who is very grumpy that he died. And it follows the Reapers that have come to collect him and the tea shop where they bring Wallace to kind of decompress and figure out what he wants from his afterlife. And Hugo, who happens to be the proprietor of this tea shop, who happens to grow his own tea trees, which is amazing. And like, he dries his own tea for his own tea shop, and it's fantastic. I love it. That was something that never crossed my mind to want in a book. This is a very cozy read, and it does deal with death and dying and what happens next or what comes next. It's a very sweet and cozy, but also just a little bit sad read. And like, I love the tea garden. It's just so kind of calming and magical, and this is a book I would highly recommend if you're looking for something just a little different. All right, so that is it for today's book recommendations. What are some books that you guys like that deal with flowers or plants or growing things that you guys would recommend? Let me know down below. If you guys like this video, don't forget the like button if you haven't already but would like to, and hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to follow me on social media for more bookish stuff, check out the links down below. Alrighty, bye guys.